Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacy and this is Stacy Makes, where I create and give you some cozy crochet content. So if you don't know, I'm just going to really quickly tell you a little bit about me. My name is Stacy, obviously, and I make crochet plushies. I do some other little crochet things, and I have a knitting machine. But the main thing that I do is sell crocheted items at markets with my daughter, Tara, who is Old Soul Factory here on YouTube as well. We do markets together. Super fun. I don't sell online, but I do have a booth in a local antique mall as well as going to these markets. So I work full time. This is just my side fun. And as you can see, when I go in, I go all in on my side hobby. So today I have missed you guys. Last week's video, I had like pre-recorded most of it and then edited it before we went on vacation. And we just got back from vacation yesterday from a very long week in Blue Ridge, Georgia. It was super fun. We went to a lake with our whole family and came back refreshed, a little more tan, and just ready to plan out the rest of what the market season is going to look like. So as a recap, the last video you guys saw was our largest market we've ever done, which was a big 2-day market in Owensboro, Kentucky. I had sold about half of my inventory, and now I have 11 weeks until our fall shows start. And when our fall shows start, we've got 3 really big shows and then a couple little shows sprinkled in between with a couple crochet retreats in there that one we're hosting, one I'm going to, and then obviously it's just fall in general. It's Thanksgiving and there's Christmas and there's lots of stuff going on. There is not going to be time to prep full inventories in between these large shows in the fall. So the point of the next 11 weeks, if I can stand to not, sign myself up for another show, is to just build inventory and try to stay disciplined and stay on top of making inventory, even though there is no inventory going out, except for like maybe my antique mall. I do have a small local show that may or may not happen the very last Saturday of July, which we did that last year, and it's a couple $100. I'm not calculating that in part of my fall show and my inventory worries at this moment. If I go and I sell a couple $100 worth of things, it's not going to make or break me. Now, if I go and I sell a lot of inventory, which is not as likely, then I'll have to maybe adjust my inventory plan. So today's video is going to be about maybe what I have made since you guys saw me last, which isn't much. I was on vacation. I'm working on a me project that is not finished yet, but I think it's going to be my lunch break make thing I do at work to finish it up maybe over the next few weeks. And then I did make a few small things on vacations, and one of which went home with my niece. So there wasn't much to report. And then when I got home yesterday, I did sit down last night and make a few things before I went to bed. I missed it. So today it's going to be what I made since you saw me last. And then it is going to be a full inventory count. I am going to go through everything I have, including things that like my pumpkins you guys haven't even seen before. I do have, I think there's 6 of them down there that are left over from last year's show. And it is something that I will market prep for the fall. At least my October or my September-October markets. I don't know that I will try to prep again for the one in November that's really, really large. I'll probably focus on gift type items for that one. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get started. This might be a longer than normal video just because I do have bags and bags of inventory here, and I will be writing it down as I go. I may or may not edit some of that out or just leave it in, just a casual, hey, I'm going through my inventory. You guys just have to just pause with me as I write everything down, or I may edit some of it out. I'm not sure yet. It just depends on how long this video ends up being. So I do have some of this inventory you guys probably have never even seen, just because it's stuff that I don't normally take to my markets or talk about, or it's stuff I made a long time ago when I first started thinking that that's what I was going to make for markets, and I just have things left. I am going to count it in my inventory because when I do go to the fall shows, because of the massiveness of a couple of the shows that we're doing. It is stuff I'm going to take. Is it stuff I'm going to make more of? Probably not, but it is stuff that when I do go, I'm going to count it in the dollar value, because it is things I will set out when things get low in inventory. And I need, you know, let's say I sell almost all my keychains and I need some things to go on the keychain racks. I will get my wristlets out and things like that. So, let's get right into it with what I made this week, and then we will just start going through these bags and bags and bags of inventory. There's not a lot, actually, since I sold half of my inventory, but it will take me some time. And then I'm going to see, I just have, and I'm handwriting it down, but I do think that I might translate this into a spreadsheet when I am done writing everything out today. But I do have my categories of mini, which is $5 to $7 items, smalls, which are 8 to 12, mediums are 15 to 24, larges 25 to 40, and jumbos are 40 plus. And I do lean heavy into minis and mediums, like as far as quantity, and then definitely smalls. So minis and smalls I lean into, and then medium is my next category that I mean those 15 to 24 items like turtles and the smaller elephants, things like that, sell really well as well for gifts. So let's get started. Okay, so what I have made since you guys saw me last, before I left on vacation, I made this one little scrappy mini loaf cat from my Universe 64. And then on vacation, I made one little baby turtle. It's Gumdrop and Sweet Snuggles. This is lmsart.co and cofire.co. And then when, also I made this on vacation, which is Crochet Grows caterpillar pattern. I just bought it before I left and tried it out. I made 2 of these, and one of these went home with my niece. And I'm just letting the Gumdrop yarn obviously transition where it transitions. And this is where it happened. Now on hers, it happened right in the middle, and I'm going to show you a few more of these. But these are really nice quick makes. I've never made them before, about 30 minutes. I just can see a little basket full of these little caterpillars just sticking up from it. Be cute. And then when I got home, I made 2 more Gumdrop caterpillars, just letting them transition where they do. I think I'm going to make, I think I'm going to do 12 on these. And then I made 1 Odo, the octopus from Gumdrop, and I made 1 $5 stingray from Gumdrop. And that's it, guys. Besides my bag, I am working on a very cool bag project. I got almost the whole body of the bag completely done on vacation. I went through a whole skein of acrylic yarn working on that, and started on my second skein. And then I have to make the flap. It's like a backpack style. So I'm super excited about that. And that took a lot of my vacation. So, but it's very cool. So that's what I have already. I think what I'm going to do on pumpkins this year, I sold a ton of pumpkins last year, threw them in baskets, piled them up on shelves. I mean, they were a big hit last year. It's a nice item to have because it's a non-kid item, and it's something that a lot of people would grab and pair 2 together. These don't really go together very well, but they would grab, let's say, a medium-sized one and a small one, and they would put them together. They would talk about how they were going to lay them on their table or put them in this basket that they had. And just, they got cinnamon sticks in the top. Cameron's Cute Creations is where this pattern kind of started from. And then it's some of these, it kind of morphed from there. I kind of freehand all of the bodies. But I'm going to try to be a little bit more uniform about how I make them going forward, so that I have definite smalls that are $10, and then mediums like this one that are more in the $15 range. I have larger ones. I did just a few larger ones that are taller and a little bit wider. I'm all out of those that are end up in my $20 bin. So I am going to say I have 3. Yeah, 2 smalls. I'll price these as they are. I've got 2 mediums that were 15. I had 2 smalls that were 10, And then I had two small, or sorry, yeah, and I had two smalls that were 12. Okay, so that starts us off with 6 pumpkins. I'm not going to try to keep a running total as I add all these on my page. I will pause the video at the end, take some time to add all of my categories up and my total inventory up, so that in this video you do get that number. So next I have this bag. This bag is full of a few things. There are pacifier clips in here, and then there are keychain wristlets. So I'm going to pull all the pacifier clips out. Okay, let's see if I got them all. Okay, I got them all. This is all the pacifier clips I do have. I would like to, at least for the November show, but I would like to have more of these. I do think I have like 15 or 20 more of these wooden attachments. So for right now though, I have 7 and I sell these for, I think I'm going to sell these for $8, which makes them go into my small category. You'll see as I go through here, guys, that I'm going to raise a little bit of my pricing with going to these very, very large shows and then reporting sales tax, and then obviously having half of your transactions go through Square. It does eat into your profits quite a bit. So there are some things where I'm going to go up $1 or $2 here and there to help make up some of that difference. So not on every item, but on some items for sure. So 7 passy clips. And then I was originally making keychain wristlets. Also Cameron's Cute Creations. I don't even have this velvet yarn anymore. I sold it all. So I don't think I'll make more of these, but I definitely will take these to sell. And we're kind of hoping that we make a little section of more adult / home decor type items at our shows, just so that there's options, like my granny square bags. Tara's making bandanas. I do make beanies on my knitting machine, so that kind of thing. So I have all of these. This is all I have left. I used to have pink, and I had cream and some brown too, and they're all gone. And then I have these little tags on the bottom that say Apple Tree Boutique I got off of Etsy. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 of these. I was doing, because I was trying to get rid of them, I was doing 5. But I think if we're making an adult area, I think I'm going to do the same as the passy clips, and I'm going to try to do 8. Because of the hardware and the tags and everything on them. So keychain wristlets, $8, and I forgot how many I told you I had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 14 of these. There you go, back into this bag. With the passy clips. Set them over here. And then I had, and I have more silicone beads for these, but I made some of these silicone bead keychain things. I don't know what you call them. They're keychains. I have gold and I have silver ones, different silicone beads on them that I made. So I have, I was selling them for $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gold ones. And then I have a bag of silver ones. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 silver ones. And I sell them for $5. So I have gold key rings, $5, and I have silver. Good. And this is something that I definitely, I think I'm going to buy more of the hardware if, at our first show, our bigger show in September, if these, I'm going to set them out in the adult area. And if they do well, I can get some more of the hardware very quickly, and I have more of the beads already. And then I can whip these up so fast. So I'll have them kind of as a backup inventory to throw on my tables. So there is that. Okay, so let's get started with my bags that I came home from the market with. I came home with, like I said, half of the inventory that I took. I have only 3 of these bags. I think I took 4 or 5, and they're not even all full. So that's all the keychains I had left. I think these are scrunchies. Okay, I'll put this over here. Okay. So first off in this bag is my 2 granny square pouches that are left. I had one that was a square, and then I have one that's a half square little pouch. I sold the other 2 of these. There's 22, and this one I had 25 on. So 22 goes into medium. I do have like 5 more of these that are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I have 5 more of these that are started. And I have the pouches made. I just have to sew them into the pouch. And then I have a bunch more, the insert pouches already done. And so that way when I whip up some more outers, I don't have to sit down and sew more. I think I have 5 or 6. And then I can just sew liners into them. So I'm super excited about that. So maybe I'll try to have at least 10 of these when I go next fall. So granny square pouch, I have one at 22, and I have one at 25. Actually, the $25 one goes into large. Sorry. Okay, there's those. Let's go to the scrunchies next. Scrunchies is another item. Sorry. I don't know if you like that ASMR sound, if that's plastic or not, but whew. Scrunchies, I do have velvet yarn for this. I do have the velvet yarn to make more keychain wristlets. That was retro velvet, and I switched to Juicy Couture. So anyway, so let's see how many scrunchies I am going to do. I did 5 each, or 2 for $8 the last show, which worked out really well. And another item that I'm just gonna pour them out and then count them as I put them into the bag. And I've made some that are out of fur, which these are super quick because you literally just single crochet fur around them, but they're so soft, and I only have 2 left. I bet I've made 20 of these, so definitely want to make more of those. Okay, so I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. So I have 25 scrunchies. So I'll put those in my minis. Okay. And then keychains. I sold a lot of keychains at the last show. I even made a few while I was there. I have a little 3-tiered white rack. Not super tall, but I can just get the right amount of 3 layers of these, and I think there's 10 things around it. So if I get 2 items on everything, that's 20 on a row, and then there's 3 rows, so I can do 60, and the thing is really full. So I do have different things in here. This is my ice cream pattern, which it's free Instagram. I do gummy bears from Perla's Craft Designs. I do little mini octos from Jade. My little mini tumblers. I sold several of these last show. I think people thought that was hilarious. These are a YouTube tutorial I did. Little mini jellyfish, little whales. I have some little mini bees. I made some little strawberries. I had some mushy boys. I won't make more of them, but I do have them. Oh, and I took the the stingrays, made them into a couple keychains. So I'm just going to count how many I have and put them in the bag. But if you want any pattern links or anything like that to any of that stuff, guys, just ask it below. I'm not going to be able to link every single pattern that's in this whole thing just because there's a lot. So, okay, let's count them. We're at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 47. Okay. Okay, so I did $6 on these at the last show, and I think I'm going to stay there. I think I'm going to stay at $6. So I really, at $6, I thought most of these take me 10 minutes or less. I could make 6 of them in an hour. So it's really not, I really am not losing money at $6 a thing. And it's just one of those small little grabby items that gravitate people into to look at. And then I'm like, oh, I have that in a bigger version. Oh, you like this, you know? So anyway, 47 of them, $6 piece. Okay, that was everything in that bag except for this random snake. But I only have one. He's a little short, little Burnett blanket scrap yarn snake I made. I'll put him into the minis. He'll go probably in, well, he'll go in the smalls for $8. Okay, next bin. So there's jellyfish in here. I can see octopuses. See my skunks. Let's see if I can pour it out. Oh, my brontosauruses. Okay. There's a pile. Okay, let's start with my brontosauruses because they're right here on top. If you saw my market recap from last week, you saw that I was really disappointed that none of these sold. They're so freaking cute. I still think that I'll sell them at the next show. I don't think I'm going to mark them down either. I'm going to leave them at where they are at 24. If at the next show people still look at them and pass them up, I might change my mind. But I have 4 of these at 24 piece, which puts them into the medium category. So Brontos, 24 times 4. I have one random bunny, chubby bunny, that I had 15 on. But the next show he doesn't sell, he might end up in the $10 bin. I have one Triceratops made out of Sweet Snuggles, that's 12. I think this is Club Crochet's pattern. I think I only have one tofu that is in the larger Burnett yarn, which we do 15 on these. Kara has several of these, but I only had one. I had 2 skunks left at 15 a piece. They were the weird colored ones. The standard black and white ones sold. So these are 15. Okay, I have jellyfish. I sell these for 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they go in the medium. Five of them. I have, these are the octos I have left. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, and 7. I have 7 octos at $10 left. I had one little bitty, this is the little bitty Posh baby cow from Madeline Mako. I made a very tiny baby bear one, this one, and then they got bigger. This got a lot of attention, but obviously it's a I have it priced at $22 because it's just as much work as the big ones. But I tell people that I'm like, it's a specialty little pocket cow, but he took just as much work sewing, you know, on the horns and the muzzle and all that stuff as all the great big ones do. So anyway, I have one mini cow, 22. I have one fin here. I'm gonna guess that this might be my, I'm gonna write him down, but this may not be the only one I have left, but these are 10. I sold several at the last show. Okay, that was everything that was in this bin. So. It's just scary how little inventory I have. I mean, I think since I'm counting stuff that I don't normally count, like the pumpkins and every single scrunchie and the key rings, I think I'll have close to 2,000, maybe. I don't know. I'm nervous. Okay, this bin is all of the $5, $8, $10 stuff, 12. I think 5, 8, 10, 12s that I had left. Let's see if I can pour it out without totally dropping everything. Okay. I had two Milos left, which these are 10. I had one, this is an $8 bin item, 2 $8 bin items. I'm just gonna write down $8 bin. And tally mark it maybe, because 2 of those, this was $8 bin. I have 2 of these hippos somewhere. Anyway, these little bitty hippos. Crochet with Bay. The Space Invader was Meg's Makes Crochet. 2 more $8 bins. I have 2 berries in here. These are Berry the Bees. This is my pattern. So is Milo and Finn, but I do these for 10. I have these chubby dinos. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that all of them? I think it is. I think that's all the chubby dinos. 4 of them. Those are $10. Oh, there's one more. I had 5. Okay. Loaf cats. I didn't have many left. Here's one. And then the one that I made last week. That may be the only ones, which is why I was made one when I got home. I have too many loaf cats. I think I had 6 at the market. Baby fish. I should only have 1 left. I don't know that I'll make this again. I really enjoyed this pattern, but it just didn't sell very well. Oh, is that another one? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna write down $10 bin and put the random stuff in there. My stomach's growling, sorry if you can hear that. Oh my guys. Okay, let's pull the bees out. These are 10. I think it's the only 2 I have. Let's find all the geckos. These are 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should be right because I think I had 5 and I sold 1. Poor little geckos. I do those for 15. And then I had 3 of these Nooks underscore hooks free elephants from that one video. I actually have this one too, but I think that's it. I sold the baby bear one. But either way, these this size I'm doing 12 on, so I have 3 elephants that are 12. I have 1 squid. This is a $12 bin. I have, let's find our Odos. I have a bunch of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that all of them? Okay, I have 7 Odos. $8. I have a bunch of tofus too. I sell these for 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 tofus. Okay, and then this is another $8 bin item. This is a $10 bin item. This was in my $8 bin item. My little matcha tea. This is Hooks and Healers, little free pattern on our blog. I was a tester for. So freaking cute. It's in my $10 bin. I have one baby turtle left plus the one I made, right? Yep. I sold, I don't know how many of these. It was crazy. So I have 2 baby turtles, which I'm going to inventory them separate from, I sell them for $8, but I'm going to inventory them separate because I want a whole basket of these and I want to know how many I have. Okay. $5 bins, stingrays. I sold all of them but this one, and then I made this one this last week. So these were really, I would love to have a whole thing of these too. So I'm going to write them down separately. And then this mushy boy. And I have a bunch of octos, 1 little baby bee, a baby whale, and a baby fish. All of those are $5 items. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I have 10 of them. So a $5 bin times 10. Let's see if I can get all that stuffed back in there. So here we are. Everything that came out of here. That's all of the little baskets. And now we're on to the big one, which is this one. See if I can get it put up on the chair. So we can just grab right out of it. Okay, a large Bronto, he's 35. Got 2 snugglers left. I think this is all I have. I think I sold every other snuggler but these. Oh, the pig one. So I have a pig, a dino, and a mini cow. These are mini blanket, the knotted bodies, and this one has legs. These are 32 and this one's 35. So a pig and a dino snuggler, they're 32. And then the mini cow snuggler is 35. I still have Betsy the bunny. She gets lots of attention at the shows, but she's $45. So, but she got the little carrot that pops out. It's Mom Sachetti's pattern. It's so cute. She's 45. So she goes in my jumbo category. This little dinosaur that I made, he's 35. Tiny Terror, I think, is the pattern. I love this yarn. It was so cute. Let's see if I don't know if I'll be able to set all these things on my table. Okay. A flounder I made. He's 18. So he goes in my medium. Finley the Frog, Madeline Mako's pattern. He's 45. My Snuggle Lamb, Mom Sacchetti pattern. He's 36. I would like to have a few more of these. They're big, but they work up so fast. They're no-sew, except for the ears. I just knocked off the dinosaur. Oops. My raccoon from Mom Sacchetti, 35. Pig with a skirt, it's 32. I have one Chompers left. He's 35. Yep. I had this cat left. This was an All From Jade pattern. She's 32. Oh gosh, guys, my pile's getting full. Let's see if I can pull out some more and then I'll try to put everything back in there. Okay, I have one mermaid left. It's 18. We have two elephants. Madeline Mako elephants. I had 24 on this one and then 26 on this one because of the size difference, but yeah. I'm gonna do 26 on both. Just gonna go ahead and change the tag now so I don't forget. Because I always sew my elephants almost, I mean, they're just a good pattern. I'll make more. That's an example of some items that I'm marking up $1 or $2 to. Capybara, he's only 12. He got lots of attention too. I think if I had a whole basket full of them, they would really do well. Okay, my Scrappy Dino, this one got a lot of attention, or cow, sorry, Scrappy Cow. It's 26. This is the baby cow pattern from Madeline Mako, but made in jumbo yarn. Not very baby. See if I can get the last of everything out and then we can start putting this stuff back in here. My whale from All From Jade. It's 45. My Patchy Puppy that I did from Cozy Crochet by Tasha. Got 60 on. I have a baby frog from Madeline Mako's pattern. It's 24. And then I have one cow left from Mom Sachetti's pattern. The brown eyes, so pretty. 38 is what I have on this one. Okay. That is everything in this bin. And then I have some granny square bags that are half made that I'm not counting in my inventory yet because they're not done. I do have this one granny square purse that I did. I haven't really decided yet what I'm going to do with it. Put it in the adult section, I guess. I don't know. I just haven't decided. It's really cute. It took a lot of time too, but I mean, you know, it would probably have to be like $40 at least. So I'm not going to inventory that yet because I haven't decided if I'm going to sell it. So I will be right back with you guys. I'm going to add up all of this stuff and then we're going to talk about my market plan. So I'll catch you in just a second. Okay, welcome back. Not for you, that was just like a millisecond, but for me that took me a little bit. So let me run down what I have, what categories I have them in, and then kind of what I'm thinking for my inventory plan. So in my minis, which is $7 or less, which is basically my $5 bins and my keychains. In that category, I have 99 items and $552 worth of inventory. Now my small category, which is 8 to 12, which is my $8 bin items, my $8, $10, and $12 bin items, plus I have like pacifier clips, my keychain wristlets, you know, elephants, tofus, just some other random, well, you saw them anyway. I have in that category I had 83 items totaling $812. Now my medium category, which is 15 to 24, I had 17 items, $326 worth of inventory. My large items, which is $25 to $40, I had 15 items, $504 worth of inventory. And in my jumbos, which is 40 plus, I had only 4 and it was $195 for a total of 224 items. Or my pumpkins, I had 6 pumpkins too. I put them in their own little category. Sorry, I had 6 pumpkins, $74. So a total of 224 items. And the total of dollars of inventory is $2,463. So originally before I made this list, I thought I would really like to have $6,000 worth of inventory going into September. And I thought, I've only got a couple $1,000s in inventory. There is no way, if you divide out 11 weeks and you take, let's say 4,000, you divide it by 11, there's no way I was going to be able to average $400 of inventory a week and still keep my sanity and my summer and get my kids just ready for school and still do what I need to do. So I just thought that's just unrealistic. I was hoping to go in with 6,000 just because I have such little time in between, but it's just going to be what it is. So instead, I went through my inventory, and it's my thoughts kind of on what I'm doing. I went through my inventory and I thought, what do I always sell that I definitely don't have enough of that I want to make? So I made that list first, you know, and then what categories am I really short of? And I'm just going to say I want to make this many dollars in those categories. And I can make whatever I want in those categories. Obviously, I can go back and pick things that have sold and do well in those categories. So here is what I come up with. So keychains always do really well at my show. As we talked, there's at least room for 60. There's really room for 30 on a row times 3. There's really room for 90. But I kind of space them out. And so if I made more than 60, I would just keep them back. So I would like to have 50-ish more keychains. I have 47. I'd like to have almost 100, so 50-ish more keychains. That's $300 worth of inventory. I'd like to have 30 more items in my $5 bin and my $8 bin. That's whatever items that I feel like sell the best. So it'll be like stingrays, it'll be mini octos, it will be a huge basket full of baby turtles, those kinds of things. So 30 more of both of those categories is $150 worth of $5 bin items and $240 worth of $8 bin items. $10 bin items, I'd like to have at least 20, which is like my mini loaf cats, fin frogs. That's my main things that sell in the $10 range. The chubby dinos. So 20 plus of those, that's $200. $12 range, I'd like to have $15 or 15 more of the $12 range, and that's $180. So those are just great big subcategories that I'm like, to go in to have enough. That's, I mean, I always sell those small items. That's $970 worth of inventory that I would like to build in those categories, at least. Like, that's, to me, that is the minimum. So I'm going to make myself a little chart that says counts down. I'm going to try. If you've been watching my channel very long, you know that I like to make what I want to make. I also love to try new patterns, which means that I'll probably get derailed some, and I'll get derailed, and I'll have to come back around and be like, okay, back to my list. I've got to make so many of these before I can make that new pattern or whatever I have to do. So that's $970. And then I would love to have around $1,200 more in the medium and the large category. And for me, that will be spent on Madeline Mako size animals and turtles, probably. That's just what sells in that range. That might be a couple more chompers. That could be another snuggler lamb. It could be some more of the bigger dinos, elephants, giraffes, things like that, Madeline Mako size, the cows, my skunks, the mermaids, things like that that sold really well. My granny square pouches are also in those categories, but right now I'm just talking about plushie inventory. So that makes $1,200. So $1,200 plus the $970 is $2,170. So $2,170, and if you take 10 solid weeks in there that I have to prep for my next market, I need to average about $210 to $250 worth of inventory a week. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to hit 250, really. I'd love to be able to hit 250, and then on weeks when there's just stuff going on with the kids or things, or my hands are hurting a lot, I just back down and I don't crochet as much. Then I've got some weeks where I did more than other weeks, obviously, but my goal right now is $250 worth of plushie inventory every week. Now, if I throw in some scrunchies, some granny square pouches, I'm not sure what else I might do for the adult, the pacifier clips, those kinds of things in there, so that I have some more of that non-plushie inventory. I'd love to just make a section, which, I mean, I know I've said this, that's just adults. Bandanas, my beanies, I would like to make beanies, get the knitting machine out and make, I have probably only 5 or 6 left, but they're at the antique mall, which is why you didn't see them. I have inventory there, but I won't pull it out for shows. Once it's there, I usually leave it there. But I would like to have 10 to 12 beanies at least to take to the first market to see how they do. And if they all sell out, because it's getting ready to be fall, and then they're fast to recoup on in between shows, and that'll give my hands a break when my hands hurt. So I think that's realistic. I think I originally, when I was on vacation, I was thinking a lot about my inventory plan, and I'm like, I need to hit this huge number, and to hit that number, and I divided it out by the weeks, and I'm like, I can do, and I'm like, I'm going to set myself up for, like, I'm going to already know that that's such a lofty thing to hit. It would be great, and if I get it, that's wonderful, right? But I needed to set something that I knew was realistic. I don't get a chance to, it's busy season at my regular job. You know, we're getting ready to go into a season of school physicals and buying school supplies and getting everybody back and ready for school. And there's just a lot going on in there. So I thought I need to back down and be like, what inventory do I really want to have? And does that, you know, what does that look like as far as numbers? And then I take that out and, okay, this is more realistic as to what I can really accomplish and have the stuff that I know I need to have that sells at the show. So that's my goal right now. Hopefully that makes some sense. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts if you guys make inventory plans, how you decide. I mean, originally I'm like, I'm going to make this many Fred the Turtles and this many of this and this, and that just, it felt like it boxed me in too much. And I may do that, right? Like when I get down to, I get a choice of what patterns I want to do for my medium and large. And I'm definitely going to make Fred the Turtles because every single show I sell them. And last time I even marked them up some more and I sold every single one I had. So I mean, I'm definitely going to do that, but when I write down that I have to make this many, it just feels so forced and not like something I get to choose to do. And so I avoid it because it's like, I feel like it's someone telling me I have to. I know it's dumb, but anyway. Okay, so that's what my plan is at the moment. Hopefully you guys got something out of that as far as seeing some patterns that you enjoyed that I had in my inventory, some ideas for some of the things that I make in different categories of prices, and then obviously kind of seeing how I'm going to try to tackle the next 3-ish months. I have 2.5-ish months of time to get ready for the fall season. So originally I was going to take most of the spring off, and we were going to do that one show in February, and then we were going to do like maybe one farmer's market at the local place, and then I was going to basically have all of that time off to prep for fall. And then we signed up for that great big 2-day show, and so then that just, half my inventory's gone, which is great. You know, I may not have sold it in the fall, and that was my opportunity to sell it. So anyway, hope you guys got something out of that content. Feel free to ask about patterns, pricing, anything down in the comments. I try to get back to you guys whenever I can, obviously, and you know, engage with you. I'm pretty transparent about what I do and all of that. I do have goals to, I kind of made some thoughts and ideas about what I wanted to make. I checked my yarn inventory a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, here's some of the base colors that I'm going to need to make more turtles, for instance, or I'm completely missing this yellow in a Burnett blanket, so I can't make that. And so I kind of went through my inventory and did a little bit of that, and then bought a little yarn, and then I got a few of the new colors that came out Burnett had that were just too cute to pass up, that will make great colors for some of the plushies and stuff that I want to make for the fall. So anyway, I'm rambling now. It's time to go. And again, ask questions, comments down below. I'm really transparent. That's my plan at this moment. If that changes, obviously I'll keep you guys up to date. I post every Sunday, and as I go, I'll try to keep, you know, a running tally of how I'm doing meeting these goals. And if my goals change, and it's okay to get going and be like, nope, I've decided to shift gears. If I decide that keychains sell good or don't sell good, but that's not where I want to expend my energy because I'm not enjoying it, I can change my plan, because I can. So but I like to make a plan, so at least when I sit down and I do have free time, and I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, what, and I have to keep looking back and seeing what I sold and what do I have. I like to at least have some sort of outline saying, here's what I think that I need, so that when I do sit down and have some time, that I can just get going on something on those days when I don't want to have to think about it. So that works for me. I have missed you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Find me on Instagram. I'm way more active over there on the daily, for sure. And ask questions, comments down below. Have a great week, guys, and I will see you at least next week. I think I'm going to go live at least once this week. I've missed going live and chatting with you guys, so I'll probably schedule that in a day or two. So I'll see you then, or I'll see you next week on Sunday. And you guys have a great week, and happy crocheting, guys. We'll see ya.